Every day is a new beginning. Shine your light. It's a day and the world is waiting. Move along to the song, singing in your soul. Feel the beat, clap your hands, let it take control. All you need, all you want, are you ready to find your way? 'Cause every day is a new day.
Welcome to Wisconsin Family. I'm Janet Crescent.
And I'm Justin Riley, and we are really excited to be here at the Monona Academy of Dance, home of Dance Wisconsin, because we're going to be talking with Jo Jean later on in the program, and she's going to give us a little update on the Nutcracker. So depending on when you're watching this, hope you didn't miss it, because it's December 16th and the 17th.
That's true. It is kind of fun to be here because this is where all the blood and the sweat and the
glory.
toil. Yeah. A lot of work goes into it,
Right.
and this is where it happens.
Yeah.
So it's kind of fun to be here and look around and see the studios.
Right. And we recently just learned from Jo Jean is that, you know, I grew up in Madison, and this is the Nutcracker that was in the Civic Center years ago. So they're now at the Union Theater, but this is the same production. I mean, obviously they changed the dancers and the actors and maybe a costume or two here or there, but this is the same production with the same artistic director that has been going on for 20-some years now. In fact, this is year 41 of this particular production.
I was just going to say, I think it's in the 40s now.
Yeah.
That is amazing. So you know that she's got this down, and it's going to be a good show.
Yeah, it should be a great show. And we're also talking cleaning, because if you're hosting for the holidays, you probably want to have a clean house, right, Janet?
Probably. You know, they say that if you don't have time to clean, the one room to clean would be, what do you think it would be?
The kitchen?
The bathroom.
Oh, really?
If you only have time for one thing, it's the bathroom.
Guess my priority's a little bit different than everybody else's, but okay.
I'd say just call Natura Clean and have them come.
There you go. I think that's a good idea.
Oh.
And if you're looking for a good gift idea for somebody who's the bookworm in your life, you'll want to stick around, because right after the break, our friend John Christensen from Arcadia Books in Spring Green is going to join us.
You know, it takes me back to the days of video rental places where they have staff picks.
Yeah.
You know, that's how this bookstore is. They really know the books, and they can help you find books for yourself or someone else.
Some great ideas and great events coming up right after the break here on Wisconsin Family, so stick with us.
'Cause every day is a new day. 'Cause every day is a new day.
Welcome back to Wisconsin Family. Today we are at the Monona Academy of Dance, as you can see right behind us, and we'll get some details on the upcoming Nutcracker performance for this holiday season. But in front of us, you can see we have some books. So if you love books, or you have someone in your life that loves books, we have a treat for you. Joining us today is John Christensen. He's with Arcadia Books in Spring Green. Welcome, John.
Nice to see you both again.
Thanks for coming in. Now, before we talk about some of these great books, or the ones that you're recommending this year, these days, you have an event coming up, and I kind of actually don't want to talk about it because I know you have limited space and I want to go.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, on Sunday, December 17th, one of your favorite actors who many people have seen out in Spring Green or here in Madison, Tracy Michelle Arnold, is going to be doing a reading she does of A Christmas Carol in the store. It's a benefit. All of the ticket revenue is going to go to our area food pantries, but it's a special thing Tracy loves to do, and we love to bring to town. So there are tickets for sale for a small donation, but more is of course allowed, on our website, arcadiabooks.net, and we're going to keep it small because we only have so much space, but it's a wonderful chance to hear the story at the holiday season. It's just remarkable to watch her do the whole thing with all the characters, and it's all just Tracy's face, and it's really a treat to see.
And it's such a great story too. So that's on a Sunday night. You can buy the tickets online.
Yep.
And you may want to get them in advance, but let me get mine first.
Well, that sounds like fun, but I want to talk about some books. Okay. I like books. So what are some of the best-selling books this year at Arcadia?
Well, I brought some of them here. So, you know, I'll start with these two books. This book was our best-selling children's book of the year. It's called Goodnight Stories for Rebel Girls, and Volume 2 just came out a week or so ago.
Wow.
They're wonderful one-page stories that you can read to your kids, of great stories of women doing amazing things all throughout history, whether you've heard of them or not, but they're all really amazing stories with beautiful illustrations of really inspiring women and what they've done. So yeah.
I do love the one-page stories. Those are really great for bedtime.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
And you were going to say something?
Oh yeah, and then our best-selling book of the year is this one. It's The Driftless Reader. It is from the University of Wisconsin Press. It's a wonderfully eclectic and really resonant, I guess, collection of writings about the part of Southwest Wisconsin where our store is and where we are from. That you know, has beautiful terrain like nowhere else, and it's got poetry and scientific writings and parts of novels and all kinds of cool stuff. Every home should have one in this area.
There's a good variety of fiction, nonfiction, poetry in there, so that's really cool. Something for everybody.
Yeah, and then I'll say quickly, our best-selling nonfiction book is Michael Perry's newest book. Michael's the columnist for the Wisconsin State Journal and has several past memoirs, and this is called Montaigne in Barn Boots. It's a farmer grappling with I guess, philosophy. So it's a real trip inside Michael's head, which is always a fun place to be. And then our best-selling novel is George Saunders' Lincoln in the Bardo, which is a thoughtful, I guess, meditation on grief and Abraham Lincoln, and you know, and what Lincoln went through during the Civil War when his own son died at age 11, and he, you know, had to grapple with that as well as grapple with the ongoing Civil War. And it's a beautiful, beautiful book.
Well, this is just an example of one of the great things about your store is these folks really know books, and if you like a certain book, you can tell them about that, and they can help you find something that you may like just as well.
Yeah.
You also have a cafe there,
and
you probably could recommend a few things for the cafe.
I think so. Yeah, you know, we do lunch every day, and that goes until 3 o'clock, and there's, you know, it's all locally sourced as much as we can possibly do, and made fresh right on site. And then we've just added now on Tuesday and Thursday evenings, because the store's open until 8 o'clock every day except for Sundays. But on Tuesdays and Thursdays we are having dinner specials now, so you can come out, get something really good to eat, and take a look at some books and have a nice evening. So that's Tuesdays and Thursdays, but there's lunch every day too. Yeah.
Wow, and you know, we're just kind of getting to know you. This is your second appearance on the program, and our viewers are just getting to know you here. So what are some of the other things that makes Arcadia Books really special during the holidays?
Well, you know, we're doing something else fun on the same day as the reading. We're going to have a special time for kids to come in and shop. We've you know, found some you know, items that we can make pretty inexpensive that are a great thing for a kid to give to, you know, anybody who's special in their lives. That we're going to have some special time for that. We have you know, we have cider on most days and other drinks and just, you know, lots of other, you know, kind of fun things that we can do to make the holidays enjoyable and also easy, and we gift wrap everything for free.
Oh wow!
Anybody
nice.
asks, so
that's, nice.
That's a big thing. I know.
That's a good reason for me to just drive out there anyway. So
it saves you time. It does not save us time, but that's okay. But we're happy to do it. So yeah,
sure.
it makes it special.
John, we're almost out of time. Is there anything you want to give us a sneak peek into what's coming?
You know, there's a wonderful book coming out in January by a Madison author named Chloe Benjamin. It's called The Immortalists, and it's a family story about a set of grown siblings kind of looking forward and backward into, you know, what their lives have been like together. I love family stories about a collection of siblings because, you know, everybody have the same parents, yet everyone's experience in every family is only their own. And so it's coming out in the first part of January, and I'm really excited for people to have a chance to read it.
Excellent, thank you, John. Now, your bookstore is open 7 days a week.
It is indeed.
You can stop in, they're in Spring Green. You can shop online, or you can do what I did. I just called in and said, I want those books.
That's always good too, yeah.
Arcadia Books, thanks, John.
Thank you.
We're Wisconsin Family. We'll be right back.
Welcome back to Wisconsin Family. We're here at the Monona Academy of Dance, and we're going to talk with Jo-Jean Rettrum, who's owner and artistic director, later on in the program. But first, it almost makes me a little nauseous to keep saying this, but the holidays are fast approaching. I keep hearing that over and over again. And I think a lot of us are thinking as we're hosting these holiday parties about getting our house nice and spick and span to impress those guests. And we have someone with us today who is revolutionizing some ideas about cleaning. This is Chris from Natura Clean. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Good, good. Always good to have you with us. And so,
thank you.
You know, you are known, I mean, hopefully our viewers have seen you a couple of times now on our show. You're known for eco-friendly green cleaning products and practices, I should say.
Right.
So let's talk about your products a little bit. How do you choose which products you use?
Yeah, so how we did it is we used to make the products, and that just, one, got to be too much. You know, I was making products all day long, it seemed like. But number two, we realized that we needed back then they were called material safety data sheets. OSHA requires them. And so I had those for each product, but once you mix a product, it becomes another product.
Right.
And I didn't have material safety data sheets for that, of course. So I needed to figure out what products that I could buy, that I could just buy, what products are actually green, because there's a lot of products that do a lot of greenwashing, and so we looked at what's green, then we narrowed that down by what values the company has. Does the company have similar values as we do? And if they did, they stayed on the list. If they didn't, they were off the list. And then I sent the products that were left out in the field with the teams, and they used them for 2 weeks and came back with the results. And that's how we select our products.
Wow, very nice. And so you actually, that's amazing that there's green companies that maybe, or green companies, shall we say, that maybe don't share the same values as Natura Clean.
Yeah, there are. I mean, there's companies that just want to jump on the green bandwagon and say something's green, but it may not be green, which is what greenwashing is, or it's something where it's green, but why are they doing it? Are they just trying to jump on the bandwagon, or are they really committed to sustainability?
Sure.
So just to make sure I get this, greenwashing is when someone says they're green, but they're really not following the practice?
Exactly. Yep.
Wow.
Oh.
Yeah, and that can be for
Good
products. Yep. And that can be for products, and it can also be for companies. So like, there's a lot of products out there that say they're green, and they really aren't. There's one out there that the only thing green about it is the color of the liquid. So
It makes me think of organic or
means-
natural, or some of those things that can get.
I was going to say, if the
Right.
color of the thing is green, maybe it's not so really green.
Yeah.
bingo. Yeah, and and there's companies too. I mean, there's one in the area also that they actually have green in their name, and we were doing a quote in a building that they service, and we saw their supply closet, and they use Fabuloso and Sprayway glass cleaner, and both of them are super toxic. They're not green products, but they're out there saying that they're green. So you really have to do your research and find out what companies
And you
are
have
green.
done a lot of that research.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So how does greenwashing apply to the company rather than the product?
Yeah, so kind of what I just said, like if a company's saying that they're green, but they really
Okay.
aren't.
Got it.
Yeah, so same with the product. If it's, it's saying that it's green, but it isn't.
They're
So-
greenwashers.
Exactly.
So other than snooping in their closets, how do you know if somebody really is eco-friendly?
Yeah, so what you can do is ask a lot of questions, which people do when they call me. They ask, what products do we use? They ask me about my background, like ask questions. So, what's the background of the owner? How are they involved in sustainable efforts? What organizations do they spend time with or donate to? Another one is if you already have a cleaning company, look at their products, and look them up and see, are they really green or not?
Would a company do that if you're hiring a cleaning company? I mean, would they tell you exactly what they're using?
They should.
They should?
Yeah, I mean, they're bringing those products into your home, and
Good
that's what
point.
you're touching and breathing and experiencing every day. So they really should. If they're not, they're hiding. They're probably hiding something.
Kind of scary. Scary
Yeah.
to think about. So
And,
now
I was going to
go
say
ahead.
another key is if someone cleans for you, if you're already having someone clean for you, if you come home and they haven't been there for the last hour and it smells like
Chemicals?
something, chemicals or flowers or pine or really
Right.
anything, if there's a strong smell, it's probably not green. If something really is clean, it should just smell like your home.
Yeah.
And there are products out there that are scented, like Seventh Generation has a scent, and that's, but those are more natural
Right.
smells. They're not like overpowering flower smells or chemical smells.
Right,
And those smells will go away shortly after they've been used.
Right. I want to make sure that we get to this question because we talked about the holidays a little bit. Do you still have spots that are available before the holidays?
We do. For the
Okay.
first time in years, we are overstaffed. We found some great
right.
people
What good
when we were,
timing.
yes, exactly.
Yeah.
We found some great people when we were interviewing, and we hired them all, and
Okay.
we didn't want to lose them because it's so hard to find good people right now.
Right, right.
And so we've got openings, and we'll take clients on. So
There you
if
go.
you need a cleaning, call us.
There you go. Well, Chris from Natura Clean, thank you so much for joining us, and we always learn so much.
Thank you.
Don't go away. There is more Wisconsin Family coming up right here at the Monona Academy of Dance right after the break. Stick around.
'Cause every day is a new day. 'Cause every day is a new
Welcome back to Wisconsin Family. We've been filming here at the new Monona Academy of Dance, and we're joined now by owner and artistic director Jo-Jean Rettrum. How are you, Jo-Jean?
I'm great.
Always good to be here. It's our second time filming here, I believe. But we've had a couple of interviews with you now. So, Nutcracker. It's coming up. Can we officially say that it's crunch time?
Yeah. It's like people want meetings. I go, not this week.
Right. Okay. So tell us give us a little bit of an update of how things are going.
Well, I mean, there's just so much at the end that you have to, get ready.
Right.
Got to get the programs done. I got my guest artists coming in on Monday, so I got to start rehearsing them. Like all the publicity, doing all that stuff. We're doing social media stuff. So I'm doing some cute little, like hiding rocks around the community and with nutcrackers painted on them, and try to find them, and you win 2 free tickets.
Wow.
I've not heard of that one.
Okay.
Yeah,
All
that
right.
was my new daughter-in-law. She came up with that idea, and it's like, oh, okay.
How big are these rocks?
They're about yay big.
Okay.
They're big rocks.
Okay. All
Yeah,
right.
and one of the dancers painted on them.
Nice.
Yeah, that's really
Nice.
cool.
So look out for those rocks.
Yeah.
Jo-Jean, the luxury of us being here is we get to look around and see some of the inner workings of your studio. And we've seen that you've been doing the Nutcracker for many years. So all this prep is
41 years.
41 years. You think she's got it down by now, right?
Yeah, but there's always new stuff
Right.
and problems, and you have different dancers, so that you just change things and tweak things a little
Right.
bit differently because of the dancers. Change choreography. We're making some new costumes. That
Right.
Let's talk
after
about that.
after 40 years,
Yeah.
it's like we have a new Mother Ginger. So one
Yeah.
of the dads made a new skirt, and
Sure.
we made because he has to be taller, so we have to
Right.
put him on a platform and
Yeah.
reel him in, and so. Tomorrow we'll be practicing with the new costume and the little kids coming out so that they're a little more familiar with what they have to do. And
So the costumes are done?
almost.
Almost. I suppose there's always a last minute something, right?
Almost. Yeah, waiting for some sequin appliques because you can't buy that stuff around here anymore.
Right,
So
right.
you have to go to Amazon and order stuff.
And hope that it comes in on time, I
Yeah.
suppose. Yeah. So you mentioned that you're going to be rehearsing your guest dancers, and do you bring in guest dancers every year?
I bring in guest dancers every year.
Okay.
This year I'm really fortunate. I'm bringing in one of my alumni dancers
wow.
who's living in Chicago. So, but we had a hard time finding a gentleman for her to dance with, so I'm flying in someone that one of my other dancers, who's a director, knew in Utah.
Okay,
So
fantastic.
he's flying in.
They're flying in, and he's flying in from Utah?
Yes.
Or, oh, wow, okay, fantastic.
And others too, or just this one is a
Just
guest?
the one, yeah.
This year.
Okay.
Let's talk about tickets. How do people get tickets? Where do they get them? That kind
Well,
of
you
thing.
have to get them at the Wisconsin Union Theater, but you can go online or you can go down there. The box office is so much more readily available now with all the new construction. It's so pretty down there.
Okay.
And I know on Facebook, my one volunteer, Katie Batterman, has been taking our Nutcracker around different places, and at the Union and on the terrace and in the Sunset Lounge and different places.
Maybe that's where the rocks are.
Maybe. Maybe. Just as long as we don't see it through our windshield or something like that, I think we'll be okay. So, but there's still time to get tickets. I mean, depending on when the viewers are watching, obviously, but it's the 16th and the 17th.
16th and the 17th. We do 2 matinee and an evening on Saturday, and then a Sunday matinee. So we have dress rehearsals Thursday and Friday, and Friday's my birthday, so
All right.
it's going to be fun.
Happy
Quite
birthday
a weekend.
to you.
Yeah. It always is. I mean,
is-
the most special birthday, I was actually dancing, and it was dress rehearsal, and I was being carried on. I was doing the Snow Queen, and the orchestra started playing Happy Birthday.
During the performance?
No, this was dress rehearsal.
Oh, this is dress rehearsal.
Yeah,
You said that.
but
okay.
it's all union,
Right.
stagehands and all that stuff. So
Right.
as soon as it's done, I said, okay, back on track here. 'cause
Right.
We
Right.
can't go in overtime. But it was really cool.
Is that something you use as a collateral or a way of threatening your dancers if they're not like following through? Like, hey, it's my birthday, don't ruin my birthday, okay?
Yeah. So the other really special thing is, and in the basement of the building, they are painting a new Candyland drop for our Act 2.
Okay. In this building or in the
In
Union?
this building.
Oh, wow, all right. Wow, okay.
Yeah, it's really cool. They laid it all out in the basement, and a lady from American Players Theater who works there drew it, and it's all painted.
How does that get transported to where it needs
It
to
all
go?
folds
Oh,
up.
really? Okay.
Yeah. and then we just put it in the truck and take it there and
And
hang
you
it up.
and it'll be used in the next several years, hopefully.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
You want it
Okay.
to last.
Yeah. Well, the first one, and I really made it after this one, was made by David Torney, and he was a very special friend of mine, and he passed away several years ago. So I always loved his sets, and we lost them in 1999. So I've been renting ever since then, and so now we can recreate them and bring them back. I'm really
Very
excited.
nice. Very nice. Very
Really
exciting. So you have a demonstration that you're going to show
Yes.
us, and we're going to film it later. But can you at least tell us about what the viewers are going to be seeing?
Yes, it's my snow couple,
Okay.
and it's very special because I love helping young people become great artists of their own. So my girl is one of my seniors, and my boy, he's a junior. So I'm giving them this opportunity, you know, to do a principal part in Nutcracker.
Wow.
So they've been really working very hard on it, and I'm very proud of them.
Okay, very
Yeah.
cool, very cool. And we can maybe end the segment with that, I think. But real quick before we go, did you want to mention anything else that's coming up next?
Well, we'll be doing a spring ballet, and we'll be doing excerpts from our Peter Rabbit's ballet, which we haven't done for quite a few years, and the music was all composed by the late David Lewis Crosby. And sets and characters and all the Beatrice Potter stories.
Yeah.
So it's going to be really cool. So I'm very excited.
Very cool. Well, Jo Jean Rettram, thank you so much for joining
you.
us. It's still time to get your tickets, depending on when you're watching. It's December 16th and 17th at the Union Theater, the Nutcracker Year 41. And now we're going to take a look at some dancers from the Monona Academy of Dance, and we're Wisconsin Family. We'll see you next time.